It's end of a long shift here. Okay.
First day on the job.
We're almost there.
Talking with Micki Gamez here about what she's going to be talking about. I'm just going to bring her in. I don't know what the script is but
Sleep divorce.
Sleep divorce.
Yeah, it's when married couples sleep in separate bedrooms because of different sleeping patterns. Maybe they've got different work times, and some people think that could be troublesome. But it's become a popular trend this year, and it even has over 1 million hashtags on TikTok. And so sleep divorce is something that I wish my spouse would be supportive of, because we sleep very differently. And last night is a prime example of how I wish I could have had my own bedroom. Not only did we fell asleep early, which I love, but then the dogs crawled in. One of my dogs likes to sleep under the blankets with me because I sleep with a heating blanket. Then at about 1 o'clock in the morning, my 12-year-old has a nightmare, jumps in the bed with us. So we have a king-size bed. But at that point, I'm awake 2:30 in the morning going, I need my own room. I need my own bed. I cannot sleep like this.
What about snoring? I mean, when people get divorced,
I don't
it's
snore anymore.
It's a money issue and stuff like that. I think in a sleep divorce, snoring would be like the number one issue.
It is one of the number one issues, as a matter of fact. Or couples that, one thing that my spouse does is when she falls asleep, she jerks. So I've been the victim of her hand a couple of times. I've been poked, I've been prodded, I've been all of that. And I'm like, I love you. I need my own bed. Andrea has said, absolutely not. No. And what would happen is if I got my own room with my own bed, I would probably wake up and she would be right next to me anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't even know this. It had a name, or that 1 million people would give up this kind of personal information on it.
I think if it had a better name, then it would be more.
Maybe, because it makes sense for people who are shift workers that work on different. Like, for instance, Holly and I have worked on different shifts for years. When I was on night shift, or now more early mornings or whatever, it makes sense. But we don't do it. She comes in at whenever she does. I wake up, then the cat jumps on me. I wake up, so I get terrible sleep. But that's fine. When I leave in the morning, she wakes. So she gets terrible sleep. So I guess I understand it, but I just kind of miss the cuddling.
I would miss the cuddling too.
Yeah.
Yes, that doesn't mean that cuddling doesn't happen. You can lay in bed together, and then when the other partner falls asleep, you get up, you go to your other room. I think that professionals have said, "Hey, listen." Some of us are okay with separate sleeping, which I think is a better word for it, not sleep divorce. But separate sleeping is really good. It's healthy. If you get a good 8 hours of sleep, you're going to have a good, strong marriage because you're more available. You're not as grumpy. And then there are other therapists who say, you know what? It's just more important to preserve the sanctity of marriage and stay in bed together and then suck it up, buttercup. I don't know.
I always thought that, sleeping separately in different beds, even in the same room or in two different rooms, that's something that grandma and grandpa did, not
My grandparents did it.
Yeah, well, not people who are maybe newly married, or like you're saying, they're shift workers, but they're in their 30s and 40s. Are we seeing more people who are younger than grandma and grandpa doing this?
Yeah, on TikTok, there are lots of people. As a matter of, like I said, it's got 1 million hashtags right now, probably a little bit more, where people are coming out of the closet and saying, hey, listen, we're married, we're in love, we're young, but I've got to sleep in a different room. And then some critics have said, well, yeah, but what if your kids find out that you're sleeping in separate rooms? It's like, well, all we do is say, well, you know how you and your siblings sleep in different rooms because you've got different sleeping patterns? Well, mommy and daddy, or mommy and mommy, or daddy and daddy have to sleep in separate rooms because, well, we want our sleep and we sleep better apart.
Well, we have 2 dogs and a cat, and I'm wondering if we did that, the dogs have to make a decision. Because they always jump on our bed,
Marlo would sleep with me.
Yeah.
Snow would probably sleep with Andrea. And then the cats would sleep with Andrea. And then I would have my own little corner downstairs. My room would be nice and cold and dark. And I'd love it.
I have to say, I am a newlywed. And so this might change given, several years into the marriage. But for me, so much of when I fall asleep and wake up, I feel very vulnerable. I'm in a very vulnerable spot. I think my wife is the same way. And so I kind of need her there just as a comfort, and we've got a king size bed. We're kind of on separate sides of the bed almost, but it's really nice having that person there when you wake up in the middle of the night, just as a source of comfort.
Well, it doesn't mean that you can't go back into the room or that you can't, share 2 nights sleeping together. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a permanent situation, but...
You know who's going to love this is all the mattress companies.
Oh, yeah.
Check who did that study. Yeah, let's look
This
into
is
that.
true,
Is
right?
It's Big Mattress. Big Mattress is doing
Behind
it.
here come the conspiracy theories. Oh, great.
All right, Micki, thank you very
You're
much for all
welcome.
that.
Happy sleeping.
All right.